Sam.
Cam.
Salmon Cam.
Okay, friends. Welcome back to Dream Drop Distance.
Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Drip.
Dream Drip Distance. Just replace Sora's outfit with like the Supreme logo stuff everywhere. And give him like massive Kingdom Hearts chains.
So this is the first episode since we beat the game.
Yes, we have officially beaten the story content, and now we're on to bonus content.
So hurry up and load it. Let's get to the. We already said our thoughts about the game.
Yeah.
You can say whatever new thoughts that you have while you play, but.
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much said everything I think I wanted to say already.
Yeah, just anything that you might have slept on. All right, so post game. There is two things that have opened up for post game. It's dancing. One is the bonus boss. I will tell you where it is specifically so you can avoid it for now. It's in the Fountain Plaza. The moment that you enter the Fountain Plaza in Traverse Town, the bonus boss will start. You have no way of avoiding that.
Interesting.
So just don't go there. And the other is a series of portals, which I'll leave their contents to you as a mystery. So you have two options.
He's schmoovin'. Look at him schmoovin'.
You have two options here. You can either first of all, what we're gonna do is we're gonna fight all the secret portals.
Okay.
The most important thing is we're gonna fight all the secret portals, and then we'll probably drop to Riku. So actually, why don't you start with doing that while we talk about this?
All right. So we're just doing normal portal hunting right now?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So I guess I'll start with Traverse Town, and hopefully it won't be in the Fountain Plaza.
If it's
If
in
it
the
is,
Fountain
I guess
Plaza,
we'll have to just skip it.
Yeah.
All right.
That
Zippy
is
Zapmeister. 2 stars.
Two star. That is actually in either the 2nd district or the 5th district.
Okay. So we should be okay then.
Start in the 1st district, and if it's not in, spawn in the 1st district, go to the 2nd district. If it's not in the 2nd district, exit the world and then go to the 4th district.
Okay.
Because you can't go directly to the 5th district from the 2nd district without passing through the Fountain Plaza. Okay. So there are 2 Keyblades that can help you. The first you get is by completing all of these new portals that have opened up, unrelated to the ones that we're portal hunting for right now, and that can help you with the bonus boss.
Nice.
But, and I'm not sure whether or not you'll find those portals difficult, but in case you do, the other option, actually, is to fight the bonus boss first, and use the Keyblade you get from that to fight these other portals.
Well, I guess we'll start with the portals, and find out how hard they are, and if they are too crazy hard, then we will,
Okay.
we'll decide from there.
You may not this way. That's where
right, yes.
Riku's
I keep forgetting.
back
Well,
out.
there will be. There are some boys. So.
Okay. You may run into one of these portals, and if you do, you can just give it a try.
We've never shown off Equestrian Raid. Let's just do that. No, that's the 3rd district. We want to go this way. We want to go this way. It's probably not in the 2nd district, because the 2nd district always has that friendship portal. Oh, it's not there. Interesting.
Then it might actually be this. I think this is on top of the roof on the right, maybe? It's either on top of the roof on the right, or it's like in the big open area.
Let's guess we'll check. Oh, it's
Oh,
right there.
no. Big open area.
Take damage no more than 2 times. Ours. We'll start with a limit.
Question. Yeah, a link.
Mm-hmm.
Together.
So basically you you aim and then you charge. Nice.
Ah, I see.
That was not it. So let's go to 5th district. You're gonna have to leave the
Vibrant Fantasy, though. It's nice.
yeah, fantasy's pretty good.
Look at my horsey. Look at my horse. My horse is amazing. Now that's an old song.
It's an old meme too.
Yeah. It's just a good version of the song. 4th district.
Yes.
Okay.
You ever notice that the door handles look like Hakamonkey?
Yeah, I think you mentioned that on when we were last here.
Sora in the 5th district. What will he find?
Oh, it's right up there.
Okay.
Defeat all the spirits. Don't use triangle commands. Alright, so flow motion we go. Yep, there it is.
There we go.
It's the boy.
Remember that link attacks are totally allowed.
Yes. So, you know what, we will...
Let's go.
Oh yeah, after this, I want you to check out the what's it called? The tutorial section again of your menu.
Oh, yeah. Look at
I heard about
that
some-
pretty spring.
Heard about something interesting there that I kind of want to see.
Okay. Don't worry, that's just the other controller disconnecting. Nice, malleable
Malleable
fantasy.
Pretty good, pretty good. Fleeting fantasy, also good.
Okay, tutorial.
Yeah, go. I think it's in like reports or mementos or something.
I don't think it's here. Mementos. Tutorials.
Linking with spirits.
So we already know this. Okay, what did you want to see?
Press R2.
Yes.
Press R2. Press R2 again. Never mind.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't realize you had to actually play through this. I thought you'd just read it. Never mind. Well, here's Darkest Fear, since you haven't seen this in a while. So the thing about the thing I read, which I guess it isn't here, was someone said that the tutorial for linking, specifically. Wait, hold on. Was it next? Next. specifically says that Dream Meters can combine together. Go to Game Help.
Interesting.
Is there anything about linking with spirits here? Either in Gameplay Spirit Basics or in Spirits?
Nothing there. What's link critical again? Oh yeah.
Not
Oh,
very-
that's the link up thing.
yeah.
That's
remember
what's
that.
right.
That's
So
why,
some spirits are really good at getting link criticals. Okay, I see.
because of multi hits and lingering attacks.
Yeah, hitboxes. All right, now I understand what that was about.
In Spirits.
Well, linking with spirits is here.
Okay. Is that the same thing though?
It's just this part, I think. Like just the help menu itself. But there was nothing here about spirits linking with each other or combining.
Okay.
I don't know where
So-
you read that. That doesn't sound like a thing that exists.
I'm gonna have to look for it or something. But basically it was saying that for in the explanation for Riku's link styles, it specifically says that Dream Meters combine together, which is true
Well,
because Riku's a Dream Meter.
well, I think, well, that's because they do say that. They say, but they don't use the words combined together. They say here, I'll show you. It says, oh wait, no, where's the
Spirits.
linking with spirits? It says when Riku changes link styles, he absorbs his spirits. Do you see that? Absorbing his spirits.
Yeah, but
it's
that's
like
not the
it's like
wording.
it's like a link style. It's like a drive form in KH2. That's how it works. It's like you don't have like
Yeah.
your spirits aren't on the field. They're just like that. I don't know what combine with each other. I don't think it
Wait,
uses
go
that.
Go back. No, the dual linking. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think it ever
that-
uses that wording specifically. But it is a thonker that. I mean, like the point is still valid.
It's
just-
certainly true that Riku combines with them because he's also a Dream Eater, as opposed to
Yeah.
Sora, who just works together with them.
Yeah.
Riku is also
Like we already know it's a thonker that like why does Sora get like kind of funny attacks, like more like limits, and Riku gets like drive forms. You know, like
Yeah.
there is a story explanation for that. It's just I don't think they use the particular words that you're thinking they use.
yeah, I'll have to look for that again. Also, the thing is that he what's it called? He the spirit Dream Eaters are darkness. What is this? No.
Friendship portal.
Leave. Go to La Cité des Cloches.
Yeah.
The what's it called? The spirit Dream Eaters are good, but they're also beings of darkness that inhabit your dreams, and that's technically what Riku is.
Yeah. Snouted lout. One star. One
Sora,
star.
There are, go to the town. It's either the town or the Quarter Miracles. Actually, take the Quarter Miracles first. Okay, good thing, save points both places. But yeah, Zolifant was really good at getting links because he just has a continuous stream of attacks. He sprays
Yeah, he
water.
just has a really good attack.
Chef Kairu is also really good,
Oh, I never got this apparently.
unless it's a jest. No, it's good.
I see what you did there.
Part of this is not just to farm for materials, but also because you don't have any drop bonuses.
Yeah. Alright, we need 3 flow motion attacks. Nice.
There we go. Oh, I didn't realize this. That's not the snouted lout. This is still a rare portal, but that is not the snouted lout.
Well, maybe sometimes other rare enemies show up.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, here we
That's
go.
the snouted lout.
Got the mix-ups. Oh,
Good
I
thing
see
that
what that makes that tricky. It's sort of a
Because
trap.
there's only 2. There's only 2, and the throws do a lot of damage.
Yeah. Nice.
Death Deadeye.
God damn it.
Of course.
Death Deadeye 1
you
star.
have not done before. As Sora 1
Death
star.
Deadeye 1 star.
Okay. The possible locations are, you know them, docks, bridge, rectifier 1F, rectifier 2F. Let's start with docks. This is it. This is your one flaw with the game.
This isn't even a flaw, it's just annoying. Like, there are a lot of things in this game that are annoying, but I wouldn't call them flaws. They are just things that are maybe less fun, I guess. Which, in a way, is sort of like a flaw, but I don't like talking about it that way, because flaw as a term implies, like, a level of objectivity that that sort of judgment does not have.
I mean, that's fair. Flaws, like, when I say flaw, I mean, like, in my opinion, this is, like, 2 means of flaw. I mean, I've told you that there are 2 types of negative traits in a game for me. First is a flaw, and second is disappointment.
Yeah.
And,
I think most people's flaws are disappointments.
Yeah, I would agree with you.
Which is why my opinion is we should be normalizing using terms like "I don't like it" when we're criticizing video games. Like, I don't like it when, instead of trying to make it sound like we're speaking from a point of game design expertise that we may not have to try to, like, impress people, we should just be like, just be honest.
Take the elevator.
I just do not like this thing.
Yeah.
Because most things in games cannot be objectively discussed. It depends on the game, though.
You know, we can objectively discuss frame rate.
Yeah.
But then, you know, there are the rare instances where 30 is better than 60.
We
Very
can talk
rare
about
instances.
we can talk about things like frame data. Not even just frame rate, like if we're talking about a fighting game.
I mean, objectively, Zero Gravisa is good for crowd control, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Go up that ramp on the right.
So, you know, it's not like it's not like games don't have flaws because you can never talk about them objectively. Like, that's not what I'm saying. It's just most things are subjective, but people take an air of objectivity with them because they want to feel superior.
Yep.
And that is annoying. You know, while we're on the subject of annoying things. Did I kill another enemy by hitting him into that?
Probably.
That's rad.
So, what's it called? Rapid Duracell.
Yeah.
I'm going to explain to the viewers the difference between flaw and disappointment. Flaw to me is when I feel like the game does something badly, basically. So, for example, I think that the humanoid bosses in Dream Drop Distance and Birth by Sleep are flawed to me because they have random combo breaks.
Have I not gotten that chest? There's no way.
You've not gotten it as Sora, I think.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah. Anyway, keep going.
Oh, this might be it.
And we're gonna do the limits again. I think I'm gonna do.
These are. You might do a dual limit since they're flying. And what's it called? Yeah, so I would say the humanoid bosses are flawed design because of the random combo breaks, and the random combo breaks are also unreactable and unpredictable. Like, I have to say that, like, because I don't think that random combo breaks are inherently a bad design decision. Because it would be unfair to say that because I play games and I like games that have random combo breaks that are done well, such as Tales of Vesperia and Tales of Hearts R and Tales of Innocence R. Tales of Dream Tales of Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance. That would be rad. No, Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance and Birth by Sleep.
Could you imagine if Sora was in Tales of the Rays?
We've been joking about a possible Kingdom Hearts or Final Fantasy collabs for a while, and it's like it'll never happen because Square Enix would literally rather collab with a Western fast food company. That's just how they are. Like, we have the Butterfingers collab with Final Fantasy VII Remake, but you'll never see. Yes, Butterfingers.
That's so random.
The what's it called? I think Final Fantasy 13 was in Prada or something. Maybe it was like Vanity Fair. It was some fashion thing. Like, literally, they will not collab with other games. Very rarely will they collab with other games, put it that way. They definitely won't collab with, like, anime or anything like that.
That makes the Smash collab even more impressive, I guess.
Yes, it is. And that's why when Ari was saying that Sephiroth is in everything, I was able to prove her wrong. I was like, no, he literally isn't. He's in, like, 6 games in total.
She must have just personally seen her a lot. Seen Sephiroth.
I actually have my own theory about why she said that, but I'm not gonna bring it up on this recording because that's kind of a interpersonal thing with us.
Okay. Fair
enough.
But
yeah, let's go to Bridge. So yeah, so that it'll just never happen. Oh, I forgot, Final Fantasy Record Keeper. Like, okay, so Tales of the Race has multiple collabs. It has, like, you know, it had Slayers recently. That was the last one. Before that, it was Star Ocean, and then Dot Hack, and then Star Ocean is Square Enix. You know, that's the company that made Final Fantasy. But you know, Star Ocean is going okay with collabing with things. And Valkyrie Profile with also Cloud Tales of Rays. We'll get those Square Enix properties. We won't get Final Fantasy or Kingdom Hearts. And Kingdom Hearts is Disney, so that's a whole other thing, but we won't get Final Fantasy. Let's bring up Final Fantasy Record Keeper, which is basically Final Fantasy's equivalent to Tales of the Rays. And I say that because a lot of the things that Tales of the Rays does well, that makes it better than other gacha games, have actually been done in Final Fantasy Record Keeper first.
Let's go.
Final Fantasy Record Keeper, I don't know all the things that it's collabed with, but there are two, like, asinine collabs that it did. Like, people meme about them, and it's like, yeah, it's funny, but if you really think about it, it's like, it's funny and it's already happened. The portal's on the wall that you were already at, dude.
It was?
Yes. Go to the middle. See?
Oh.
Oh,
Nice,
dang.
Of course.
Oh, well.
Whatever. It's probably not the rare one.
And like these collabs were the special units, special characters that were added to the game that you could get and have in your party, so they're like playable technically. And you probably heard about them because people meme about one of them in particular, Ariana Grande.
Oh yeah.
Well, why? Like, literally, this is a Western celebrity, a Western singer. I don't even know how popular she is in Japan, but apparently she has some popularity in Japan. That's fair. You know, they do like their Western singers. But it's like, why Final Fantasy? Right? And then the second one, which people somehow forget about, even though it's probably even weirder, is Katy Perry.
Oh yes.
And it's like, this doesn't make sense. What is the overlap, audience overlap here? I don't think there's an overlapping audience. Like, how does this promote either thing? Like, Final Fantasy fans are not gonna be like, let me go listen to the latest Katy Perry album, and then I don't think Katy Perry listeners are gonna be like, you know what, I'm gonna go play Final Fantasy Record Keeper. That doesn't. But whatever, they did that. They'll do that.
Be Westaboos, I guess.
They are Westaboos. That is 100% the reason. No, go to rectifiers.
Right.
So it's like that's why they'll do that. Now, I will be fair, they have collabed with other Japanese games a few times, but they're rare. Like Puzzle and Dragons, Yokai Watch, and Smash. And then there's Air Guys, but that's like really old and experimental. But yeah, so that's they'll never collab with Tales of the Rays. If Final Fantasy ever collabs with Tales of the Rays, and not even Kingdom Hearts won't collab with Tales of the Rays because it's Disney. The only thing that Kingdom Hearts has ever collabed with, by the way, is Final Fantasy itself. And I don't mean that there's Final Fantasy characters in Kingdom Hearts. I mean that Sora was a limited time DLC for the game World of Final Fantasy.
Oh, nice.
And what's it called? Also, Sora, Riku, and Kairi are all units in Final Fantasy Record Keeper. In fact, I think there's multiple Sora and Rikus.
Nice.
Or maybe it was Brave Exvius, or maybe it was both. There's like multiple Final Fantasy mobile games. And so yeah, Kingdom Hearts and Tales of the Rays will never happen. But I'm hoping for Final Fantasy. But Final Fantasy will also never happen. They'll never do it. And it sucks because it is so. I never told you about this, I think, but it is so obvious that the Tales series is made by Final Fantasy fanboys. like, it started with Tales of Symphonia. That was the first game. Okay, like, there's a bit of influence in the PlayStation 1 versions of Tales of Fantasia, where it's like, because Final Fantasy popularized certain aspects of the RPG genre in the Super Nintendo era, they added certain things to the remake of Tales of Fantasia as an answer to Final Fantasy in the same way that every other JRPG was doing. I'm not going to go into that, but the part that makes it make like, not the elevator. You want to go to the bottom right.
Yeah, no.
The part that makes it like, okay, the Tales, like, there's definitely Final Fantasy fanboys here. Is what's it called? The Tales of Symphonia, which is made by Team Symphonia. Team Symphonia are the people that I'm gonna call Final Fantasy fanboys. Team Symphonia made Tales of Symphonia, and the plot of Tales of Symphonia, like, I love Tales of Symphonia, don't get me wrong. I also believe Tales of Symphonia actually has a legitimately good story and characters. I'm not dismissing the quality of the story and characters when I say this, but Tales of Symphonia's story is just Final Fantasy X. It is just Final Fantasy X. It's a good Final Fantasy X. I mean, Final Fantasy X is also a good Final Fantasy X, but Tales of Symphonia does it well, even though it's basically the same plot, and it does it in its own Tales unique way. So I'm not going to say it's a ripoff, or that, you know, it's like no point in playing both games. It's just, I'm not going to deny that it's basically Final Fantasy X. Then we get to Team Symphonia's second main game, Tales of the Abyss. Tales of the Abyss is interesting. So Tales of the Abyss is mainly connected to Final Fantasy VII.
Hell yeah, that was the one I wanted.
Sorry. Didn't take that sneeze.
Damn. Gotta check your sneezes, Kim.
Tales of the Abyss is Tales of the Abyss. I've said this before. I rarely say it because I don't want to, like, big it up and make it feel disappointing to other people when they get to it because they don't agree with me necessarily, but or anything like that. But Tales of the Abyss is legitimately my favorite game story ever. Like, period. I cannot. If you asked me what my favorite story in the game was, I would just say Tales of the Abyss without hesitation.
Nice.
And I would say that because it's a good story, and I would also say that because it does things with its story that only can be done in a game. But, you know, even if it wasn't a game, I would say it's a damn good story. Like, it's so good. And it's a very unique story. Like, this is the thing that it's gonna be hard to explain. The story is unique. There's not really any other stories like it.
Nice.
But it has its own premise, its own themes. Nice. Its own way of telling its story. Its own characters. It's super unique. But, and this is also true at the same time. Dang, they died fast.
Yeah.
This is also true at the same time. Tales of the Abyss copies, like, every single story beat from Final Fantasy VII. Like, you know, it's really hard to bring this up because you either get people who have not played Final Fantasy VII and think I'm claiming it's a ripoff. I'm not. I love Tales of the Abyss's story. And I'm not saying it copied Final Fantasy 7's story. Like, that's the complicated thing. I'm saying it copied the story beats, which is different.
Mm-hmm.
But it's certainly true, isn't it? So you either get people who think of claiming it's a ripoff, which is like, no. Not only am I not saying it's a ripoff, I also don't even if it was a ripoff, I think there are like way worse things to rip off than Final Fantasy. Like like, you know, I love Final Fantasy. Like,
Yeah.
that is literally not a problem for me for them to be like Final Fantasy. Or you get people who have played Final Fantasy 7 and they see that and they're like, oh, this is true, so Tales of the Abyss has a bad story. And it's like, no, it's a good story. It copied all of the story beats, yeah, but literally everything else is unique to Tales of the Abyss. And like, to me, recognizing those story beats, which one is this?
Lucky customer 1 star.
That is either in Wind Up Way. No, that's in Wind Up Way. That's just in Wind Up Way.
Okay.
So you have to go to yeah.
Nice.
So not that door. So yeah. So that's how Tales of the Abyss is. I would absolutely love for you to play that game someday. But I don't think you should play it before you finish Tales of Symphonia.
Yeah.
Now, the last one is Tales of Vesperia, whereas Tales of the Abyss copied Final Fantasy 7 story beats, but has its own characters, plots, themes, morals, etc. Tales of Vesperia did not copy Final Fantasy 7 story beats for the most part. Some of them, it did copy some of the story beats, I have to admit that. But it does have the same morals and themes, and the exact same morals and themes and stuff. Like, it is definitely like, yeah, this is definitely just Final Fantasy 7. Like, in the same way that Tales of Symphonia is just Final Fantasy 10, Tales of Vesperia is just Final Fantasy 7. Nice, you found it.
Hey.
There are some, like, differences that feel like they're intentional. Like, I'm not going to say it's a ripoff. What I'm going to say is Tales of Vesperia. Oops, hold on. Can you still hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. I almost dropped my controller and that almost disconnected my headset.
You are okay.
Tales of Vesperia feels like both pays loving respect to Final Fantasy 7, and is like, it's like the writers of Tales of Vesperia were talking to the writers of Final Fantasy 7, right? Like, and they were like, we agree with you for the most part, but some parts feel like they were like a response to Final Fantasy 7. They're like, but on this specific aspect, we think this is the thing, you know? Like, Tales of Vesperia feels like a response to Final Fantasy 7, not a ripoff. You know, a lot of people have their issues with Tales of Vesperia, which I don't disagree with their issues necessarily, but I feel like if more people like, I think people in general, you know, even people who are actually pretty good at, like, you know, analyzing media and stuff, they pretty much stop at self-contained analysis. Even though, like, which pretty much means that their analysis is like self-taught, because you know when you look at like academic analysis of media, even at a most basic level, schools kind of teach you. Think of like other media that this reminded you of, for example, and that's actually an important skill, because when you have things in the same genre and medium coming out in like, you know, and they're, especially when they're popular and coming out in like around the same time, this is a thing that a lot of people don't really notice or talk about or want to talk about. You're going the wrong way. You went back where you came. Northeast. It's the conversation of medium. Like, media is a conversation, and there are absolutely there. Whereas all media responds to the real world, but there's also media that responds to other media.
Mm-hmm.
And that is certainly true. That is especially true with Japanese video games. Like,
yeah,
you know, there is absolutely. This is like the most obvious example. Let me look up this one. What is it?
Winged Wanderer 2 Star.
I am pretty sure that is just on the shore.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
that's
did
on the
this
shore.
one.
We did this so many times.
It's always the same one. Actually, wait a minute. Did I need to... Wasn't there a portal in the thing? Or is that not the shore? Hold on. No.
You could go to Mont Saint Michel and then go back, I think. It's, but either way, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it's the same distance, really.
Yeah.
Or actually, no, it's not, because if I go to Mont Saint Michel,
No, but there's less enemies this way.
I thought there would be less enemies the other way.
Because this room does not have any dream eaters.
But if
Whereas Mont Saint Michel has its own dream eaters, and then the shore has their dream eaters. But this way, you only fight the shore's dream eaters.
I mean, okay. My point was that, like, the area of the shore I'd be in was like the literal actual shore. Whereas
Yes,
there's a ways to go here.
Yeah, but you have to fight dream eaters on the way to the shore from Mont Saint Michel, because they're enemies in Mont Saint Michel between the save point and the boat. And then when you get to the shore, you still have to fight some enemies on the shore before the portal. You're allowed to look at the portal. So ultimately, it's about the same amount of dream eaters.
I guess it's fair. They probably do that on purpose.
Yeah. So yeah, like the most obvious thing with conversational media, there is, I think you'd agree with me here. There is no complete analysis of Sonic the Hedgehog that does not bring up Mario. Sonic is 100% a response to Mario. Like, there is no question about it. They have admitted it. They said it. And that's just a basic example of how games have this conversational media. And so, you know, when you have like the most popular RPG of honestly all time in terms of video games, Final Fantasy VII, I don't think anyone would disagree with me that unless you were to bring up, say, Pokemon, that's the only thing I'd be like, okay, maybe that's more popular than Final Fantasy VII. When you have something as popular as Final Fantasy VII, basically, there's going to be another RPG that, like, you know, is influenced by it and also responds to it. And Tales of Vesperia is one of those. But it's loving, it's affectionate. It's not like Final Fantasy VII is bad or better. It's like we love Final Fantasy 7. This is our response to it. That's how Tales of Vesperia feels to me, and I think that people that don't like Vesperia's story, yeah.
Whatever. Who cares about the challenges? It's just for dumb
You got
mini games.
you already got cake.
Yeah.
I feel like people who don't like Tales of Vesperia's story.
That wasn't even the rare one, I don't think.
No, that was the rare one. That last E-Glider was the rare one.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah. So I don't think that knowing that Final Fantasy 7 is a response to Tales of that Tales of Vesperia is a response to Final Fantasy 7 would make people like the story more. It doesn't fix many of its issues, but it is another positive quality about the game story that I think if more people like realize that they might like the story more regardless of whatever other flaws they have. That's a bit of a tangent. I was just saying, like, Tales of is definitely made by Final Fantasy fanboys. And those are the games those 3 games, Team Symphonia's games specifically, are like, yeah, they're definitely made by Final Fantasy fanboys. Let's go to Symphony of Sorcery.
The real question is Nomura a Final Fantasy fanboy?
Honestly, I don't think he is. I think I don't know him to really like he never really like references or pays homage or anything to Final Fantasy stuff that he has not worked on.
I can't wait for them to add Cloud to Kingdom Hearts.
Like he has every single Final Fantasy thing that is in Kingdom Hearts is something that he himself has designed personally, except for Vivi. And Vivi was not even his idea. Okay, Ryu Dragon.
3 stars.
That's called Ruler of the Skies, right?
Yes.
Yes. There's 2 possibilities: the tower and the precipice. I think this is the tower.
Okay.
Yeah, chamber in the downstairs.
Yeah, it's got to be the tower because we did this one.
Yeah.
And I remember this one. That was cool.
So yeah, it wasn't even Nomura's idea to bring Vivi in. And then, what's it called? You know, Moogles. It's his design of Moogles. There's no chocobos in Kingdom Hearts. There's a lot of enemy references, but he was an enemy designer, so they're probably his enemies. In fact, I know for a fact that Cactuar is his enemy. He's the one that made Cactuar.
Nice.
And apparently it was actually a design that he had made in like high school, and he just put it in Final Fantasy when he became the monster guy.
The monster guy. He did the Monstro Mash. Okay.
He did it without using trial commands, but you can link.
Yes. Probably gonna start with that. Because these guys don't fuck around.
Yeah. Okay, there's like a couple of Final Fantasy references in Kingdom Hearts 3 that might not have been, possibly not have been Nomura related, but then they're in parts where I'm like, I don't think Nomura had any input on this. And yes, there are actually a lot of aspects of Kingdom Hearts where Nomura didn't have any input. You'd be surprised.
Interesting.
Like, did you know he wasn't actually the scriptwriter for the handheld games?
Oh, interesting. I did not know that.
He was like the general story writer and the director, but he didn't handle dialogue, which is very interesting. because the dialogue is still pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, World That Never Was. King of Beasts, you know this one.
King of Beasts
this is
3,
This is an Avenue to Dreams.
Ugh. Alright.
What?
This is the tall ass building, or is that Riku?
No, this is a tall building. Riku doesn't visit the city.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Lion in the big city.
Yeah, you just gotta go all the way up. You gotta go look up in the sky. Ooh.
A choost. Wow,
Delta
this
Fantasy.
dude fucking tried to kill me. Pushed me off the building, dude.
It's the building's in the middle, by the way. I think it has like a rainbow sign on the very top or something like that. There's another chest. But it might be a chest.
We'll find out if that chest is Keck or Cringe.
Welcome back to Keck or Cringe with the Beatles.
Alright, Paul. Show us your chest.
No. Yeah, I think it's that one. The green? No, maybe this one with the red.
Yep.
Yes, okay. You have to make sure try not knocking the lions off the building.
This reality shift is so cool.
So this isn't like the entire animation for a session, which I'm sure you knew. It's a specific attacking session, which is called like Master Hearts. This is the attack Master Hearts in the middle of session.
Nice.
Like, session starts off and you do either Blast Saber or Dark Cannon. And then in the second phase of session, you do either 13 Blades or Master Hearts, and then it goes to Alt End. This reality shift is Master Hearts.
Okay.
Three promotions? Okay. I would say do the shockwave instead of the throws. Nice.
This is really disrespectful.
Honestly, did you even hit him?
I don't know. About 5 minutes.
And we're almost done. Yeah. Intrepid Fantasy, nice.
Nice. Wow.
carpet fancy. Wow, he just wasted your time there. He used dig.
Nice mix-up.
Nice.
But it's not good enough. Nice, Savage Fantasy.
Remember, we had to cut it.
Yeah. I was just gonna try to get back to the save point.
Alright, well, let's make that mad dash. Can you do it? Wow. Sure, play stops in 3 minutes.
We'll be fine.
Come on.
Ugh, no, we're not fighting these guys. Where's the save point?
It's on the south. You gotta go south. I'm pretty sure you gotta go south. You might have to go north, actually. You know, you might just want to cut it.
Yeah, I guess. We'll just cut it, whatever. Ugh. Enemies everywhere.
Come on.
Jesus, stop wasting my time. That hella combo, though. Oh my god, please. Alright, fine.
Oh, he's gone.
We're just gonna cut here.
Yeah.
See you guys next time.